Hey there, this is Adeline with Lucia Life Coaching. I'm really happy to be here today to walk you through the Spec method by Neville Goddard. For those of you who don't know, Neville Goddard was a mystic, an author, and a student of the law of attraction, the law of abundance, and came and put together this Spec method, which is basically helping folks like you and I manifest our dreams. So I've used this Spec method in the past. I want to bring you guys on the journey and show you how to use it and apply it to your life. And it's really simple. There's just 4 easy steps to it. But before I do that, I do want to preface and throw out one caveat. You have to make sure you're living in alignment for what you're trying to manifest. So if I'm trying to live a life of abundance, I'm not going to go around robbing banks, right? I want to be able to live my life at a high frequency, love, abundance, sharing, caring, empathy, happiness, everything that's good, versus low frequency vibrations coming from a place of lack, doubt, fear, jealousy, right? We don't want those feelings. And if you're in that space, you're not going to align and you're not going to manifest your dreams. So that's the caveat. Make sure that you really are living the life you're supposed to be living, and it is in alignment with what you want to manifest. You need to love and respect everything. So that's the first thing. So what is Spec method? What does that even mean? It means select it, project it, expect it, and collect it. So select it is really getting clear on what it is you want to manifest. Other life coaches have suggested you can use 4 to 6, maybe 4, 5, 6 different things you want to manifest. But for this video and for simplicity, we're just going to pick one. My example is having 5,000 followers, 5,000 people who have viewed my content, who have viewed my videos by June 1st of 2025. I just started Lucia Life Coaching business on April 5th. After 2 decades of studying, after getting my credentials, after getting accepted to be a TEDx speaker. So I have done the work to get me to this point. I just need to put it out and share it with the masses. And that's what I'm doing today. So getting back to Neville Goddard's Spec method, you want to select, you want to get really clear on what it is you want to manifest. And you also want to make sure that it's attainable, right? So I'm not going to write, I want to be a billionaire without having reached millionaire status first. The second thing is you want to project it. You want to project it into the universe. You want to project having 5,000 followers now. What does that feel like? Step into that reality. So even though you don't actually have it right this second, what does it feel like? Because you need to step into that reality. Right? You need to step into that new you, so to speak, and use all of your senses in trying to feel that experience. Use your imagination. Feel as if this is already in your possession. It's important for you to feel the natural emotions that you've received what you want. Neville Goddard has a famous quote, and it is, "Feel the wish already fulfilled." So you want to make sure that even in the mediocrity, even in the routine of your life, you walk around knowing that you are a TEDx speaker. Even in the mediocrity, even in the routine of your life, you're going to walk around knowing that you are a successful business owner. Even in the mediocrity, even in the routine, you're going to walk around with your head up high knowing that you are the desired singer, speaker, painter, fill in the blank. Whatever your desire is. Maybe it's to, like I said, manifest more money. Maybe it's to get your business off the ground. Maybe it's to meet a soulmate. Maybe it's to have a better relationship with your mother. Whatever that is, make sure that A, you're in alignment, and that B, whatever you're trying to manifest is really attainable and reachable. So once you select it and you're projecting it, you want to feel what it feels like. So a good example is one of my friends manifested a car, and he would go to the showroom and look at the car that he wanted. He wanted a Porsche. And he knew that this was a status symbol car, right? He had the funds to pay for this car. He wanted this car. He believed he was going to get this car, all of that. He then used this method. And when he went to the gas station and he was pumping the same car he's owned for a couple of years, He would pretend in his mind's eye that he was pumping the gas into his new vehicle, into that Porsche. And he would feel what it feels like to pump gas into that Porsche. This method takes your wish off the pedestal, right? It makes it attainable, makes it reachable. It makes it part of your everyday living. It's not so eccentric. So once you project it, you've selected it, you projected it, now you're going to expect it. I'm going to tell you a little story. Helene Hadsell, which is actually from Texas, like me, went about her life with expectations. So she lived an honorable life, right? She was in alignment with what she was manifesting. But she entered over the course of her life, and she died at the early ages of 90. So at the age of 20, she started entering different contests. Didn't matter the contest. And there were sweepstakes, more so. And she would win a trip to Europe. She would win a trip to New York. She would win dolls. She would win cars. She would win appliances. She won a house. And she did it because she believed and expected to win. So she would put this SPEC method into process, into implementation. So she prepared for the good. She prepared to win. So when she entered to win a trip to Europe, she went ahead and got her immunization shots. She got her passports. She got her suitcase, her and her husband's all ready. She won. She won 5,000 times. And this was because she applied this very method. Okay? So when you expect it, change your expectations, right? And change your conditions. When we expect something, we begin to act as if the success and the happiness and the love of our lives, like we already have it. So when I walk around with my head up high, like I have my 5,000 followers. I'm not waiting for it to say 5,000 followers. In my mind's eye, I'm imagining that I have 5,000 followers. I'm imagining what that feels like. It's going to make me happy. And then why? Why is it so important to me? So you also need at some point to be still and know that you have the power within. You've always had the power within. It reminds me of the movie Miracle on 34th Street. When Natalie Wood didn't believe in Santa Claus, didn't believe in Christmas, right? She was raised to be a realist. And her mother said those are all superstition. They're all fairy tales. They're not true. And she meets Kris Kringle. Long story short, sorry, spoiler alert. She realizes that she's a child, and if she used her imagination, she can change her reality, right? She can live a life, a childlike life. And she wanted a house. So she asks Kris Kringle for a house. In telling her mother what she asked for, her mother's like, are you kidding? You're not going to get a house. You're supposed to ask for a baby doll or a stuffed animal or something, not a house. But she had such a strong conviction. She believed with everything in her being that she was going to get it. And she did. So as the family went out, newly married couple with Natalie Wood in the back seat, they're going to find their search for their new home. And Natalie asks, stop the car, stop the house. So she sees this beautiful house, exactly the replica of the picture that she had given Kris Kringle. She runs out of the car, runs up the hill, throws open the front door of that house because she knew that house was hers. That movie was so profound to me. When I watched that movie, it had such an effect on me because I thought to myself, wow, is that all you have to do? You just have to believe. So if you are in alignment, the universe gives you what you think you are worthy to receive. So remember that, right? Begin to act as if you're worthy, you're expected. I'm going to read a quote by Helene Hadsell that said, ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. So she said, always be prepared for good, right? The last phase of this SPEC method is collect it. And that is collect your wish fulfilled. This is law. It's going to happen. Just as gravity is law, this is law. So I am going to throw out a little cautionary on the SPEC method. You cannot plant palm trees in the middle of a desert. And by that I mean, your mind is a garden, right? You need to cultivate it. And it needs to grow in an environment that is fertile. It needs to manifest using these methods that I just mentioned. Staying very, very positive and knowing and understanding that there's no failure, only delay in results. Thank you for joining me.